What's up, guys? Today on Sports Central, we're going to be going over a college football game preview. This one's going to be over Auburn and Texas A&M. Both of these teams off to interesting starts to their seasons. Of course, Texas A&M took a loss to Clemson, early on in the year in week number 2. Meanwhile, Auburn is off to a 3-0 streak right now. They did play Oregon in week 1, so they do have a pretty good win on their hands. For both these teams, though, this is probably their biggest game despite Clemson and Oregon. This game is going to be on Saturday, 2:30 Central. Spread currently says Texas A&M by 3.5. The FPI is saying Texas A&M 53%. Then Vegas is saying Auburn by 31-30. So Texas A&M leads in 2, with them being the home team, though. I mean, that's kind of expected. Then Vegas is saying 31-30 Auburn, of course. And yeah, by the way, those three sources will very likely change over the next couple of days, as we're still a couple of days away from the game. I mean, with this being as close of a game as it looks, those are subject to change, just so you know. But yeah, of course, now going into your stat comparison, these are 2019 current stats for both of these teams. Auburn is 32nd in total offense, 8th in rushing game, and then 91st in passing. Meanwhile, on defense, they're 42nd in total, 41st in rushing, and then 54th in passing. Meanwhile, for Texas A&M, they're 30th in total offense and defense. They're 54th in rushing game, 23rd in passing game. Then they're also 26th in rushing defense and 47th in passing defense. And so kind of looking at those, overall, Texas A&M statistically so far in their first 3 games of the season is overall better statistically than Auburn is. And I mean, of course, that doesn't mean that a team is better. I mean, of course, with it being this early on in the season, the stats can be a little bit off just because you play different difficulties of teams over the past couple of weeks, of course, with it being in the beginning of the season. But both these teams, though, have played a tough team, though, so you got to kind of consider that as well. This is a pretty accurate stat comparison then, considering that. But the thing is that I kind of noticed in this here, Auburn's main strength on offense is the rushing game. The thing is that's Texas A&M's strength on the defense is the rushing defense. And so kind of looking at that kind of shows that with Auburn having to go on the road and with their biggest strength on offense having to go against Texas A&M's biggest strength on defense, that'll be an interesting matchup there. And of course, Auburn's passing game is not near as reliable so far this season as their rushing game has been. And so that's kind of a little bit of a red flag there, because their offense may struggle a little bit against Texas A&M's rushing defense so far. I mean, kind of looking at the rushing defense being 26th ranked, that's pretty high up there considering that there are 130 teams in all of the FBS. But yeah, kind of looking at Texas A&M, their biggest strength is the passing game, but the thing is, though, Auburn's biggest weakness on defense is the passing defense. And so kind of looking at that, we can see Texas A&M, if they can use their passing game a ton, that could easily lead them to a win. Something you got to kind of consider there looking into this preview. For your previous games for both these teams, Auburn played Kent State at home, won at 55-16. Easy win there. And then, of course, Texas A&M played Lamar at home, beat them 62-3. Auburn is 3-0 going into this game. Texas A&M is 2-1. Here are a few key points going into this game. Auburn is off to a great start, of course, 3-0. We've already talked about that. But Texas A&M does have a very, very brutal schedule this season. And, of course, I looked in, going into the offseason, I was like, all right, what are our 2 biggest or toughest schedules going into this 2019 year? And they're both in the SEC. South Carolina has an absolutely brutal schedule, as well as Texas A&M. And so kind of looking at that, though, I mean, Texas A&M, with them having as tough of a schedule as they have, that's just kind of something you got to consider. You have to get this win here if you're going to get anywhere this season. I mean, they've already taken a loss to Clemson, and so with it being this is a very important home game, especially for Texas A&M. Having home field advantage, this is as good. You're in your right atmosphere. You've got all of the great conditions. You got all the right conditions in order to win this game. I mean, of course, you're also better statistically as well, so you got to consider that too. But how would Texas A&M win this game, though? I think if they can use their passing game, of course, and take advantage of Auburn's weaker passing defense, that would be a huge plus for this Texas A&M team. How would Auburn win? You got to get up early. With it being on the road, you cannot let Texas A&M get away from you. I mean, you're the higher-ranked team, so this would be an upset if Texas A&M wins this. But yeah, still, of course, for Auburn, you absolutely have to stay with them early. You cannot let Texas A&M get in front of you to the point where, I mean, you can't really return that. But here's my prediction for this one. Halftime, it's going to be 14-14. This is going to be a tie game. at the half. But I also think it's going to be more of a moderate scoring game. I don't expect anything crazy, nothing really too slow scoring wise, or nothing too fastly paced. But yeah, 28-24 is going to be your final score. Texas A&M wins this one. I'm going to pull Texas A&M here. I mean, they're sort of an upset. I mean, of course, they're the lower-ranked team at home, but also you got to consider the spread also kind of leans towards Texas A&M. But yeah, either way, I think Texas A&M ends up winning this one. I think with the stats and stuff, and also with the, I mean, of course, Auburn's a much younger team than Texas A&M is right now, and so kind of looking at that as well, you got to consider that. I mean, this is a big, very big game for both teams. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts though on this game in the comments below. If you think Auburn can pull off the win here, be sure to let me know. If you think, let me know your guys' thoughts though on this game. I mean, this is going to be a pretty good one. We got a very active week 4. We got Wisconsin and Michigan. You got Georgia and Notre Dame. You got this one as well. USC is also playing. So there's several really good games going on this week. A lot of stuff to really look forward to. And I mean, all of these games, considering we're already in week 4, they will be very impactful going into the rest of the season and kind of going towards championship season as well. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind there. But, yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to. Really helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys that go out and do that. But, yeah, stay tuned for more. We're going over some more Week 4 college football previews coming soon. And also, I'm going to go over some more NFL previews. We're going to start doing NFL Week 3 analysis over the next couple days. So, yeah, thank you guys all for watching once again. And stay tuned for more from All Sports.